Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Christian, and I want to be able to share my business testimonial today, just to give you guys a bit of background on me, my business, and how God has used me to be able to build a business for Him. I want to start out with, as a kid, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I think because I was shy and very calm, I had some of the wrong reasons to start a business, which was to be seen by the world, to be noticed, to be recognized for status. And I don't really care about the money part too much, but just being able to be someone that was of high regard was important to me as a kid. And my relationship with the Lord wasn't the strongest. I don't really think I really had a real relationship with Him, a personal relationship with Him. I knew who He was. I prayed every day, but I didn't really have like that connection that I needed. So when I went into college, I majored in business management because I knew that I wanted to be in business, right? Funny enough, I ended up flunking that. I just wasn't good at school or that category. It just wasn't fun to me. And so I ended up transitioning over into a communications degree major. And that really helped me develop my communication skills. And so now I look back on that as a blessing in disguise as to me switching majors during my college years because I had to learn how to talk in front of people and give speeches. I had to work in groups. I had to go to job interviews and job fairs and networking and all that fun stuff, right? And as an introverted, shy kid, that wasn't really my strong suit. And so it was important for me to do all those things. And I think the Lord knew that. And so that's how He developed that skill of mine. And so now today I can do stuff like this or get up in front of a crowd and give a speech and not really think too much about it. After my college years, I got my first position at a medical health insurance firm as a salesman. And so I sold health insurance. Top three of my team did pretty well, and there I learned how to sell. But I didn't enjoy it at all. I was selling something I didn't really like, and I was on the phone all day, didn't really have free time, and the drive was long, and I just hated it all. And so I just knew that, I wasn't really called to be, or this wasn't really my purpose, right? And so I wanted to do something else. And so I thought about, what are the career paths I can go into? And to me, I just looked at it and I was like, you know what? I'm 23, I'm young. This is my time to take some risk, and it's my time to, build a business. And so I ended up just trying to figure out what business I wanted to start. I ended up quitting my job cold turkey. I didn't know what I was gonna do. And then from there, I just kind of was driving one day with my brother, and I just saw a bunch of businesses on University Avenue, which is one of the busiest streets here in Minnesota. And I just saw like all these mom and pop shops and all these businesses not utilizing social media to grow their businesses. And at this time, it's 2017. It wasn't as obvious as it is today to promote your business on social media like it is today, right? And so I was just like, these people aren't going to figure it out. I need to figure it out for them. I need to be able to help them. And so I went back to the drawing board. I went home and I just studied as much as I could. Started watching YouTube and Google. Starting out watching all these videos, and I started working for free for these nonprofits and things like that. And I applied all my skills that I was learning to these nonprofits to be able to, help them. And then from there, I was able to get my first client and, get the ball rolling. Had a little bit of success, but it was more like a side gig, and I started working at different agencies at the time to be able to learn from them as well while I was trying to grow Pure Growth Media. And Pure Growth Media never really took off during this time because I was in and out of jobs. I wasn't really focused. I was out having fun with friends and things like that. And I wasn't really focused on growing the business. Fast forward about 6 years, I'm in and out of agencies, working on Pure Growth on the side. And I get to a point where I lose my job, I lose my best friend, he passes away, and then I lose a relationship that I was in for 2 years, and I also get a DUI. So all these things all happen at the same time. And at this time, I had to move out of my apartment that I was in with my partner at the time, and I started living with my brother in his basement, and that was a very tough time for me. And I remember one night vividly just kind of praying to the Lord and just ask him, what are you doing with my life? Where do you want me to go? You gave me this vision that you wanted me to be this entrepreneur and you wanted me to have a business, and you wanted me to do well. And, I'm at this point where I'm just at my lowest point and, I'm not really sure what the Lord wants me to do. And this is around like 2022. And after that prayer, after that talk, I just start the next day and I start going hard on just trying to find as many clients as possible for pure growth and start trying to, keep building it and not giving up, right? And so I ended up, getting a lot of clients randomly. Like I would reach out to people, and these people are like people that I didn't talk to for like 5 years. These are people that I tried to work with early on in my career and they weren't ready. But now, like I said, it was a lot more obvious than it was back then. And so now they were ready and they wanted to work together with me. And to be honest with you, me still having those connections and having good relationships with those people and them wanting to work with me at this certain point of time really is God's timing and his blessing is how I felt like. And he blessed me with that. And at the time also as I was gaining clients, um and we were projected to do six figures that year, I also was given a job, where I was getting paid more than I have ever been paid before. And so all these things are working financially for me. And so I'm on the right trajectory, right? And things are going well. That job ends up laying me off because they're a smaller company. They wanted to go a different direction. But at this time, Pure Golf is doing really well where I can pay myself. And, I wasn't too worried about losing that job. And so, I started hiring a team and that team is helping me be able to work on these clients and things are going well. But what I didn't realize at the time was I wasn't using the resources that he blessed me with in the right ways, and I wasn't using it to glorify him. I wasn't using it to honor him, but I was using it for my own desires and things like that. What I wasn't building a business that honored him or glorified him either. And so that was really important for me to understand. And at the time, I didn't know what was going on. So things were just stagnant. I didn't really have a direction that I was going in. Didn't really feel fulfilled, even though I got to this point, right? Like I've been trying for all these years to get to this point, and now I don't really feel fulfilled. I don't really want to keep working on it because of the direction I'm going, and I don't really think that that will fulfill me in any type of way. And I just really get to the point where I'm just like, you know what, like I have to change things because I'm doing things for myself. I'm doing things that are worldly. I have desires of this world. Like for example, my biggest, moonshot that I always tell people is that I want to own the Minnesota Timberwolves, and that's a really big worldly desire that I had, and none of that nothing about that glorifies the Lord. And I didn't really realize that at the time. But now that I do, we're changing things up. And so fast forward to now, I've been really been in the word. I've been really pursuing the Lord and just trying to figure out, how he wants to use me. And I remember one night just kind of like praying and crying to the Lord, like, Lord, what do you want me to do? How do you want to use me? Just use me. I don't care about owning the temple. I don't care about owning anything. If you don't want me to be in business, then don't let me be in business. Just use me for what you want me to use me for. I'm just here to go. I'm just here to glorify you. I'm just here to honor you. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. And the next day, I go to a coffee shop and I'm working on Pure Growth and I'm working on some client stuff. And one of the things that I've been doing before that was trying to write a newsletter, because I just knew a newsletter was an easy way to be able to create some content, and also was a great way to market my business. Um, but I didn't really know what niche I wanted to go after. And so, as I was, trying to figure out who I wanted to go after and things like that for the past few months, I'm working on Pure Growth Media during this time at the coffee shop, and it just dawns on me like, Christian, you need to create a newsletter for Christian entrepreneurs. And so I was like, and I wasn't confused when that was given to me. Like I knew that that was it. Like I knew that I needed to do that. Wrote that down and I went home. I wrote out the plan. I was gonna create this newsletter for, Christian entrepreneurs. And at that time I was really deep into Proverbs, reading, Proverbs, and I saw something where it just said, um wisdom is better than rubies, right? And so I went back to that verse and Proverbs 8:11 shares that with us. And so I started a newsletter called Better Than Rubies. And also, I wanted to connect with more Christian entrepreneurs as well. And that's been something that's been huge for me lately is being around people that are like-minded, because I run into issues where, I meet entrepreneurs, but they can't really understand my faith. And I meet Christians, but they can't really understand the business side of things. And so I've been trying to find more friends more community around Christian entrepreneurs, and that's what really called me to create the Sharpened Iron community, which is Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, as a friend sharpens a friend. I've been wanting to be around more Christian entrepreneurs. So this next phase of my entrepreneurship journey, my goal is to help steward more Christian entrepreneurs, help share um, the skill sets and experience that we've learned from helping our clients generate over $4 million in revenue, but also being able to, help steward more entrepreneurs through the word, through his wisdom, and so that we can be able to help grow together. And as we continue to do that, there's going to be a lot more coming. But with this community, I hope that I can connect with more of you and we can help each other on our journeys to encourage each other and help us be able to grow. And I look forward to getting to know more of you. And, we'll have more videos like this where we'll share, how to build a business for the Lord, based on, his word and his wisdom and how we can glorify him more through the work that we do. And so I'm really looking forward to that and getting to know you all. And I look forward to, keep putting out more content and keep providing you guys more value as he empowers me to do so. And so I pray and I ask that, you guys get involved in the community and you guys join the community if you haven't yet. And I look forward to meeting all of you. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.